there are moments in life when a simple idea can change everything. This is one of those moments. If you're here, it's not by chance. You're seeking answers, clarity, a shift that you may have long desired but didn't know how to start. What you're about to hear is not just a message, it's an invitation to transform how you see the world, your struggles, and, most importantly, your relationship with abundance. Like many, you've probably felt that financial challenges distance you from the peace you seek. Perhaps they've led you to believe something is wrong with you or that your spiritual path conflicts with material needs. But let me tell you something, you are not here to live in scarcity. Your struggles are not punishments or failures, they are the seeds of a much greater purpose. This video is not like any other. Here, you won't find empty promises or quick fixes. What you'll find is a profound and liberating truth. Your relationship with money does not define your spirituality, but it can reflect your deepest beliefs. What if I told you that those beliefs are the key to unlocking a life full of purpose and abundance? Prepare yourself, because what you'll learn today will show you that your story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. This is a moment to question, to reflect, and to transform. You're about to understand that abundance is not something external, it begins within you. And when you discover it, everything will change. Everything. Money. So common, so powerful. For many, its mere mention evokes intense emotions, desire, guilt, rejection, even fear. But have you ever stopped to think about what money truly is? Beyond the emotions we project onto it, money is nothing more than energy. Neutral energy, without form or defined purpose. In a spiritual context, money often carries a symbolic weight that can be hard to integrate. For some, it represents a threat to their highest values, for others, a challenge seemingly incompatible with the pursuit of the divine. But what if we break that frame? What if we begin to perceive money not as an enemy or an idol, but as a tool that, when handled consciously, can be a vehicle for manifesting our purest intentions? This perspective can reconfigure not only our relationship with money but also our capacity to create and transform. First, we must strip money of the meanings we've projected onto it. In its simplest form, money is merely a symbol of exchange, a formless energy that we imbue with emotions, judgments, and values. Its essence holds no morality, neither goodness nor evil. It's like a mirror, reflecting the intention and consciousness with which we use it. Freeing money from these labels allows us to see it as a malleable resource, ready to be guided by our conscious decisions and aligned with our purpose. So why does money feel so heavy in our lives? Because for centuries, we've inherited stories and beliefs that associate it with misused power, selfishness, and corruption. These narratives have built a psychological barrier, making us see money as something that contaminates or divides. But these are just stories. Instead of focusing on what money has symbolized in the past, we can choose to see it in a different light, as a bridge to abundance, well-being, and the ability to positively impact the world. It's a resource that holds no power on its own but gains meaning and direction through our conscious actions. Let's imagine money as fire, a transformative force that can illuminate the path, warm us in cold moments, and bring life to projects that would otherwise remain in darkness. However, like fire, if not handled with care, it can overflow, consume us, and lose its original purpose. This change in perspective helps us understand that money, far from being an end in itself, is a means that amplifies our intentions and reflects the level of consciousness with which we live our lives. Why do so many people feel that money and spirituality are in conflict? This idea has deep roots in ancient, often misinterpreted beliefs. For centuries, it has been thought that to live a spiritually full life, one must renounce material things, as if the physical and spiritual were irreconcilable opposites. But this perspective can limit our understanding. Must we really reject money to be spiritual? Or can we learn to integrate it as part of our experience in this physical plane? Reflecting on this allows us to see money not as an obstacle but as a tool that can enhance our spiritual connection. Being spiritual doesn't mean living in lack or rejecting all things material. On the contrary, our spirituality is strengthened when we learn to balance the internal with the external. Money, when handled consciously, can become a resource that allows us to express our life purpose tangibly. Many people, by rejecting money, deprive themselves of opportunities to share their gifts, develop their potential, and generate a positive impact on the world. In this physical plane, the material is an essential part of our experience, and money, like any other resource, has the potential to be a manifestation of love, service, and creation. When we view money from a conscious perspective, we see it as a tool that can enhance our life mission. It's not an enemy of spirituality but a vehicle that can help us expand our capabilities and reach more people with a transformative message. For example, money can be used to fund projects, support causes that reflect our values, or provide access to resources that help us grow. In this sense, money doesn't carry a negative meaning in itself, it's an extension of our energy and intention. What matters is how we choose to use it. Money is also a mirror of our internal beliefs. It reflects what we think about abundance, worthiness, and our ability to receive. If we see it as something dirty, corrupt, or incompatible with spirituality, we create internal barriers that prevent us from using it positively. These limiting beliefs can block us from the flow of abundance, causing us to reject not only money but also opportunities that could help us grow and serve. Changing this perspective involves dismantling those barriers and learning to see money for what it truly is, neutral energy that we can channel consciously to create impact. This shift in perspective invites us to integrate money into our spiritual lives consciously and in balance. It's not about idolizing it or fearing it but understanding that it's a means, not an end. When used intentionally, money can be a transformative force that amplifies our light and contributes to collective well-being. By recognizing it as part of our human experience, we free ourselves from beliefs that bind us to scarcity and begin to see it as a resource that helps us manifest our purpose. From this perspective, money ceases to be a conflict and becomes a tool for creation, balance, and connection. Opening ourselves to this new perspective does not mean abandoning our spiritual quest but expanding it. It means accepting that the material can be an ally on our path and that by handling money with wisdom and gratitude, we can build a life in harmony with the universe. Are you ready to free your mind from limiting beliefs and start using money as a tool to expand your purpose and transform the world around you? Have you ever taken the time to deeply question your beliefs about money? Perhaps, at some point, you heard phrases like, "Money is the root of all evil," or, "True goodness requires letting go of the material." But have you asked yourself if those ideas truly come from your heart or if they are echoes of past generations? Ideas that, although born from good intentions, might be limiting your ability to experience a full and balanced life. These beliefs, when left unexamined, become filters through which we perceive the world, shaping our relationship with money and, ultimately, with abundance. Money, at its core, is nothing more than a reflection, a manifestation of how we feel about ourselves, our inner abundance, and our connection to life. If we view it through fear, rejection, or distrust, we will inevitably project those emotions onto our experience with it. But if we learn to see it as an extension of our energy, as a powerful tool for creating, sharing, and transforming, we can begin to develop a more conscious and harmonious relationship with the material. It's not about idolizing or fearing it but recognizing it as a resource in service of our purposes. Imagine for a moment how your life would change if you stopped seeing money as an obstacle or interference with your inner peace. What if you could see it as an ally, a resource that allows you to multiply your impact, expand your possibilities, and materialize your dreams? Because, in its essence, that's what money is, a means to manifest, to give shape to your intentions, and at the same time, help others build their own path. From this perspective, money ceases to be an object of conflict and transforms into a bridge between who you are and what you can create. Many people, especially those committed to a spiritual path, experience financial challenges due to the limiting beliefs they have built around money. These beliefs are not always obvious but operate quietly, shaping our decisions and our perception of abundance. Phrases like, money corrupts, or, seeking wealth distances you from spirituality, might seem harmless, but when integrated into our subconscious, they act as barriers that complicate our relationship with the material. They lead us to perceive prosperity as something incompatible with our deepest values. It is common to think that a spiritual life and economic prosperity are opposing forces. However, far from being contradictory, they can complement and strengthen each other. Money, when managed with conscious intention, can be a vehicle that helps us fulfill our purpose, whether it's supporting our community, funding meaningful projects, or simply living with greater peace of mind. But to achieve this, we must question the beliefs that have limited us and transform them into a new way of seeing the relationship between the spiritual and the material. Ask yourself, where do your beliefs about money come from? Were they conscious teachings or ideas you absorbed from your surroundings? Many times, we don't choose these beliefs, we inherit them from our family, society, or thought systems that perpetuate them. But these ideas do not have to define you. By questioning them, you can deactivate limiting patterns that have operated in your life without your awareness and, instead, build a healthier and more balanced relationship with money. It's important to remember that abundance is not a privilege reserved for a few but a natural expression of our connection to life itself. It's not just about material things. Abundance manifests in our emotions, spirituality, and creativity. It is the continuous flow of energy that nourishes every aspect of our existence. When we understand that abundance is part of our essence as conscious beings, we begin to question the limiting beliefs that have led us to accept scarcity as an inevitable reality. Scarcity is nothing more than a mental construct, a reflection of our internal perceptions that can be transformed from within. When we cultivate a sense of inner fullness, the universe responds accordingly, reflecting our perception of life. The external world acts as a mirror, showing how we see ourselves and what beliefs we hold about what we deserve. Take a moment and observe your thoughts about money. Do you feel openness, gratitude, and acceptance? Or do emotions like fear, rejection, or guilt arise? This simple act of self-observation can be a powerful first step toward identifying the beliefs that limit your relationship with abundance. Recognizing them is the beginning of a profound shift toward a more expansive and receptive mindset. As you develop greater awareness of your automatic thoughts about money, you gain the opportunity to choose those aligned with a more positive and empowering vision. Material abundance does not have to be seen as opposed to spirituality but as a natural extension of it. Money, when managed with conscious intention, can become a reflection of our inner abundance, facilitating the flow of energy that allows us to create, serve, and grow. By changing this perspective, we open the door to new possibilities and more harmonious relationships with material resources. One of the most deeply ingrained beliefs is that money brings problems or that wealth inevitably leads to suffering. However, money itself is not the source of these experiences. It is simply a resource, a tool that amplifies the intention of the one who uses it. If our intentions are aligned with consciousness, love, and service, money becomes a means to manifest those qualities in the world. Therefore, the power of any resource lies in the intention behind its use, not in the resource itself. A practical and transformative exercise to change our relationship with money is to practice conscious gratitude. Every time money comes into your life, whether in large or small amounts, pause for a moment and give thanks. Recognize it not as a mere transaction but as a manifestation of energy flowing to you to meet your needs and help you fulfill your purposes. This act of gratitude shifts our perception of money, allowing us to see it as a resource that supports us on our path and connects us with the flow of universal abundance. By transforming our perception, we begin to live from a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift not only allows us to enjoy a healthier relationship with money but also opens us to receive more opportunities, experiences, and resources that enrich our lives. Remember, abundance is available to all who are willing to see it, accept it, and use it with wisdom and purpose. Are you ready to take this step and align your relationship with money to the abundance that already lives within you? Money is just one manifestation of universal abundance, but it is neither the only one nor the most important. When you start to observe how prosperity reflects in other areas of your life, your relationships, health, learning, and experiences, you'll notice that you are surrounded by wealth, even if you hadn't perceived it before. This change in focus teaches us that abundance is not measured solely by material possessions but by the fullness with which we live every aspect of our existence. When we acknowledge this truth, money ceases to be a central concern and becomes just one tool within a broader landscape of holistic prosperity. True abundance begins within, in our ability to live in gratitude and harmony with what we already have. It's not about accumulating but appreciating. When we stop rejecting money by seeing it as incompatible with spirituality and embrace it as a resource that can enhance our life mission, we unlock a new way of relating to it. This shift in perception opens doors to broader opportunities, not just financially, but in human connections, personal growth, and our capacity to serve. We often associate the word abundance solely with material possessions, but this deeply limits our vision. Abundance is energy, flow, and creation. It is what allows us to enjoy meaningful moments, build enriching relationships, feel at peace with our lives, and grow spiritually. When we focus only on economic scarcity, we overlook the many ways in which wealth is already present in our lives. Learning to recognize this invisible abundance connects us to an internal state of fullness that inevitably reflects in all areas, including the financial. A powerful exercise to transform your relationship with money is to observe how you feel when interacting with it. The next time you use money, whether paying a bill, making a purchase, or donating, pause and connect with your emotions. Do you feel worry, guilt, or resistance? Or do you experience gratitude, peace, and trust? These emotions are clues that help identify limiting beliefs you may be holding. This simple yet profound act invites you to observe without judgment and, over time, release the emotional burdens associated with money, creating space for a healthier and more balanced relationship. Changing our perspective also involves understanding that money is neither the cause of our worries nor the definitive solution to them. It is a resource that amplifies what already exists within us. If our intentions are aligned with love, service, and integrity, money becomes a reflection of that energy, enhancing our actions and enabling us to create a greater impact. If we view it with fear or rejection, we limit its potential, but if we embrace it with gratitude and clarity, it transforms into a tool for building, transforming, and manifesting. Spirituality and abundance are not opposites but complementary aspects of life. Living authentically includes accepting and wisely managing the material. By letting go of the narrative that financial wealth diverts us from our essence, we can welcome money as an ally that supports our mission. It's not an end in itself but a means that reflects our deepest intentions. Through this perspective, we create space for abundance to flow naturally, without conflicts or resistance. Reprogramming your relationship with money takes time and dedication. It's not enough to repeat affirmations or engage in isolated exercises, it's about deeply shifting your perception. This includes recognizing money as neutral energy, a tool that can coexist in perfect harmony with your spiritual life. A good starting point in this process is to explore your emotions and thoughts about money. The next time you receive or use money, pause for a moment. Notice how you feel. Is there gratitude, acceptance, or satisfaction? Or perhaps doubts, guilt, or resistance arise? This conscious practice is like holding a mirror to your internal beliefs. Each emotion or thought is a clue that can help you identify barriers you might be holding unknowingly. Recognizing these signals is a powerful step toward transformation. Another essential approach is the practice of conscious affirmations. Dedicate a few minutes daily to repeating phrases like, "Money flows to me with ease and grace," "I am worthy of abundance in all its forms," or "Money is a tool that allows me to fulfill my purpose and contribute to the well-being of others." These affirmations, when repeated with intention and sincerity, have the power to reprogram the limiting beliefs that shape your relationship with money. Over time, these words begin to resonate within your subconscious, creating fertile ground for prosperity. Visualization is also a powerful tool. Imagine money as a stream of energy flowing to you and through you, enabling you to create, enjoy, and share. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself receiving money with gratitude and using it consciously, investing in your projects, helping loved ones, or simply enjoying the peace it brings. If you notice internal resistance during this exercise, don't judge yourself. These sensations are indicators of beliefs you can begin to release. As you work on your relationship with money, it's crucial to challenge the belief that the material and the spiritual are in conflict. This is a common obstacle for many on the spiritual path. True spirituality does not reject the material but integrates it as part of a more complete experience. When we accept that money is a tool, not a goal, we use it consciously to enrich our lives and those of others. Financial well-being does not disconnect us from our spiritual essence. On the contrary, it can provide the freedom to fully live our purpose and share it with the world. Also, remember that abundance is not just about money. Begin to notice the areas of your life where you already experience prosperity, in your relationships, creativity, and the opportunities that appear around you. By focusing on these forms of abundance, you train your mind to recognize it in all its manifestations, including the economic. This change in focus is key to living from a mindset of sufficiency and gratitude. Accept that your relationship with money is unique. There is no universal formula that works for everyone. Find what resonates with you and establish a balance where money serves as support, not a source of stress or attachment. This process of integrating the material and the spiritual is continuous and evolving, and it's okay to progress at your own pace. Finally, remember that conscious abundance is not a destination but a daily practice. It is a path of self-discovery and transformation built step by step. Reflect on your beliefs, explore your emotions, and stay open to receiving what the universe has to offer. True abundance begins when we stop resisting and learn to flow. If this reflection resonated with you, comment, "Abundance flows within me," and share your experiences or thoughts on this journey.